Greetings, everyone watching online. I'm Matthew Ehret, as many of you know, with the Rising Tide Foundation, and with me is my friend Patrick Cyr. He's not only my friend, he's also my art instructor. He's a classical painter, and many people who've seen our past videos or past interviews with Patrick understand where he's coming from as a classical painter, trying to revive a method of Renaissance painting which is not very well understood in our current age. But less understood about Patrick is that he's also an astronomer and somebody who's spent quite a number of years, even as early as I think you were 15 or 16 when you began making a telescope, right?
15, yeah.
15, and as a 15-year-old kid, while other kids were doing all sorts of things you wouldn't want to tell your parents about, this young man was building his own telescope, which I'm going to actually splice in an image which he still has in his house. And behind us today is something very strange. It's something that I'm happy to be here with Patrick, and Patrick is going to tell us what he's been doing, what is this project, and what is this thing behind us, and why is it important that you online should know about this and maybe even help out with this project, which hopefully could be something that becomes a worldwide phenomenon. So Patrick, could you say a little something? What is this structure that we're standing in front of right now?
It's a future observatory, astronomical amateur observatory. And I dream to put a 24 inches aperture observatory in that structure, dodecahedron structure. And the inspiration comes from the golden section of life, the Divina Proporzione from Leonardo da Vinci that he discovered during the Renaissance. And also we have to mention the Platonic structure. What is the word in English?
The Platonic solid.
The Platonic solid, yeah, in English. Yeah.
So this is the dodecahedral.
I think in French. Yeah. So that inspired me to do something about this structure. So I did some little model, and then I have the idea why not to build an astronomical platform when we can see all the sky, because the classical observatory, they only have a little aperture, so you don't see the sky. As an amateur, I want to see all the constellation, even if I want to, if I'm watching some strange object in the deep sky, and then as soon as I get my eyes off the ocular, I want to see the whole thing. I want to learn the constellation, how the constellations are organized.
So you're saying that the benefit of this structure that you currently have right now is that you could see a much greater portion of the sky compared to your average observatory with this design.
All the sky.
Okay.
That's what I need. So I dream about what kind of platform. So I said, why not to do something inspiring with life? That what is the pattern of life? And the pattern of life come from the divine proportion.
The divine proportion.
The divine proportion.
That's like the golden section.
The golden
right?
section, and it's the same process for composing a classical painting. We have to take care of the golden section to create life, true life, in painting.
So could you say something before we get into painting per se? Because that seems like a whole amazing can of worms that you're opening up. But where is it that the golden section appears in the construction of this dodecahedron? Where do we see the golden section? Because when I'm looking at it,
the golden section is induced in each pentagonal structure.
Here, let me get behind the camera, and that way I can be a little bit more mobile. Okay. So where exactly do you see the dodecahedral, the golden section
The
within
golden
this?
section is induced inside a pentagon.
Okay.
Okay? And if we take each pentagon and we stick like that, it creates the dodecahedron.
And so there's 12 pentagons, right?
Yeah.
That encapsulate this thing.
Yeah. And now we have the structure. The main structure is in wood, but later we're gonna build the roof.
Yes.
And it will open. It will be in plastic, polycarbonate, plastic.
Okay.
but because it's very light and very rigid. So, and the roof will open like this, totally opening. And then we have the floor here, the main floor.
Yeah.
And the telescope will be on the on an independent pillar.
Like on a concrete pillar,
Yeah,
which is
a
going to be
concrete pillar,
below.
totally independent of the roof, of the floor. Sorry.
Okay.
The floor, totally independent.
Okay.
Because when we walk, we create vibration.
Yeah.
Okay. And those vibration will not communicate on the pillar, so the image and the main telescope will be free from any vibration.
Okay. And so where's the telescope going to go? Can you show our viewers?
It will be. But let's get in. Let's
Okay.
Get in. All right.
So now we're inside the dodecahedron structure. We were asking, where is this telescope going to go?
Yeah. Here we're gonna have the cement pillar until there, with a big cement structure here that the telescope will be in, will be on. So, and then we're gonna observe all across this floor.
Okay, and this is where
Yeah.
this is where the students are going to be standing here on this floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have lots of interest in observing in the sky, and I hope that a lot of young people will get in and develop the curiosity about the life in universe and how is the life process, and bring creative with inspiring creativity of life with the structure of dodecahedron structure.
And so this, who will be? You already have an arrangement worked out where this will be set up in a place that'll be far away from the light pollution, right?
Yes, it's very important to have
Okay.
a very dark sky.
Okay.
With no light pollution. The light pollution is a true issue about life because it killed the insect.
Yeah.
It changed the behavior of animals.
Yeah.
And it's very bad for our sleeping time.
Right.
So the human sleeping time is very important, and the light pollution, they are not aware of that.
So when this is set up, I suppose the idea will be to bring in young people from schools, elementary schools, high schools, to experience classes on astronomy from yourself and other qualified people you know, as well as a pedagogical sort of building which will be next to this, where people can learn theory on music, on painting, on how this all relates to science, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. This is a cultural goal wider than the physical science. So I hope that it will inspire young people to study and to do something about their own inside, their own soul, to bring the soul at another level.
Well, I guess that's the whole philosophy of a proper classical humanist education, is you are trying to not just provide a bunch of theoretical formulas about science, but you're trying to give students a living experience of discovery of the universe as a whole that lets them discover something within themselves that is in harmony with the universe as a whole.
Exactly,
Right.
because I have my first shock when I was 12 years old. I could recognize for the first time another constellation than the Ursa Major, It was the Draco. And when I saw the little star of the Draco, and I can understand the path, I was amazed. In a 12 years old young boy I was so amazed that it brings me so much question about the dimension of what we are in. And I don't know how to translate the word vertigineux. It was kind of vertige in my mind to understand how much it's big out there and how much we are here. What the relation of what we are living here and the living process out there.
Right.
So that's the goal.
And
there's so much to say.
Yeah.
So
No, and I
much
think that's a
possibility.
beautiful idea right there. And I think that's a great place to end it. We're also running out of battery time too. But the concept of a living universe is important. And I think that because you have a choice, right, to hypothesize that whether we live in a dead universe or in a living universe.
Exactly.
And if we live in a living universe, then we should see evidence of the golden section organizing planetary formation, galaxies, and beyond.
Exactly.
Since that is a characteristic
and
of life.
maybe I have an hypothesis for the construction of the atom.
Yeah.
I will talk about that later. But
in another video, yeah.
Of course, we have to understand that the universe is a life process, not a death process like they teach, unfortunately, on the because of the second law
of thermodynamics.
Yeah. You said that, thermodynamic.
No, Patrick, this
I
is
will learn to talk English, but
no, this is very charming and exotic for our listeners, so this is good. So yes, people who want to learn more, we're going to have a website built up very soon that'll feature all this project in all of its steps. If they want to make a donation, write to info@risingtidefoundation.net. That's info@risingtidefoundation.net. We're going to have a little GoFundMe page set up eventually soon as well, since this will be crowdfunded. And when we get this thing, when do you plan on having this set up and finalized in its proper location? What's your goal?
Actually, we have the goal is October.
Okay.
At the top of 350 meters.
Okay.
Mountain, little mountain. So it's a dream come true. Totally.
Fantastic.
This is fantastic for an amateur astronomer, and maybe we're gonna have some ideas to bring research through research and bring something good for the astronomical data.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, this is a very inspiring thing, Patrick, and a very good recreational activity. I think that most people need to learn from.
For the good questions. And,
all right, yeah, we'll do more videos in the future.
Yeah.
All right, so until next time, this is Matthew Ehret with Patrick Cyr. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.